एवरीवन, मेरा नाम दारिया है। मैं भी सफ़र कर रही हूँ जागृति यात्रा में और we are here to gain some insights into the yatra's life, take away interviews. Hi.
Hi,
What's your name?
my name is Brijesh.
Okay, and you're from?
Originally I'm from Bihar, but I've been raised in Delhi.
Okay. You're the third person who is currently residing in Delhi in a row. It's very
Really?
interesting.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, here I am.
Yeah. Okay. And you are not a general participant here, right?
I am not. This is my ninth yatra. I've been here nine
Ninth
times.
yatra,
Yeah.
okay,
I've been
so-
here for a while.
Very many questions that stem out of it. So first of all, what makes you come to Yatra every single time? What's
All
the
of you,
motivation?
it's the people.
People.
It's the stories that you get. Every time you meet somebody new and you think, hey, just another person, but actually that's another story just waiting to be told. Right? And that's just beautiful and that's what brings me back. Every year from the yatra, even if I get to meet 3 people, that's enough.
Okay, so people is the best part of Yatra
That's
for you.
that's the best part of the yatra.
Okay, and what's your role here?
I look after a lot of different things.
Uh-huh.
I manage the WhatsApp communities that you guys are aware of. I'm also your emergency contract.
Uh-huh.
So for anything and everything on the train that the yatris require or need to convey, anything that the yatris need to convey, I'm the person they go to. I also directly would be involved in the business gantry exercise, the BGT exercise that we're going to kick off from today and for the next 4 days that all the teams are going to be involved in. So I do a lot of different things.
A lot of things.
Yeah.
A lot of things. So you're the one of the people who is making this Yatra so exciting and so eventful for us.
I am one of the people who supported the people who are doing that.
Okay. First time you came on Yatra, you were a general participant.
When I was the first time, I was a participant in 2015.
2015.
Yeah.
Okay. What would you say changed since 2015 till up till this time? How
With
is
me or the Yatra?
how is Jagriti Yatra different?
I feel the yatra itself has changed in terms of course, the crowd itself has evolved. In 2015, we barely had signal. We actually, when we were driving, right now, you don't lose internet connection. You have 0 drops. In 2015, you would have connectivity drops, which also meant people spend less time on their phones and they spend more time talking to each other. Now, what I've realized, and the amount of media influence, that desire to create reels and posts was lesser. So for me, I feel the generation and the newer yatris need things in short bursts. They need give us the data, give us the too long don't read version versus the 3-hour sermon. And those are things that have evolved over the years, and so has the Yatra. The Yatra has also started curating its programs in a way that's more engaging, that's more inclusive versus it being something which worked then. So over the past 9 years, I've seen how the Yatra has evolved with the kind of people that have come up on the Yatra.
Okay, but I would say even though we are spending more time on their phone and internet connectivity is better still, Jagriti Yatra is so eventful, it's so engaging that we do spend less time online and we try to dive into it and take the most out of it.
Yeah.
Okay, and what are you doing outside of Jagriti Yatra?
I work for the UN,
Okay.
and that's all on that. I can talk about that part,
Sure.
but yeah.
Sure. Okay. And are you planning to be a part of Jagriti Yatra in the future?
I will. I think my simple logic is, which I tell people, whenever somebody asks, will you be on the Yatra this year? I say, if they call me, I'll be there. So whenever they call me, I'm here. I definitely look forward to doing it next year as well, because this is a great space to be. I come here for the people, I come here for the stories. It's this 15 days of recharge that happens. And then these people just stay with you. They stay with you for years.
Oh yeah.
And it's just, that's why I'm here.
Yeah, so it's a 14-day journey. For you, it's a 9-year journey.
Yeah.
What has it taught you?
It has taught me that, at its core, it has taught me that never judge a book by its cover. Never judge a person and say, hey, this is just another person. But actually look at every person and say, this person has a story and I want to hear it. Every person has so much to do, and especially working with people who are not like you, who are diverse, who are very different. People who you might be like, this person and I can't be in the same room. Whereas actually you might realize that you have so much more in common than you thought.
Yeah.
And that is something that the Yatra teaches you, when it puts you in these diverse groups and these diverse dynamics and just talk to each other, listen to each other's stories, and then you realize, wait, you and me have 5 things in common. You and me believe in the same values. We have similar stories from our childhood, and that brings us together. So for me, that diversity is what Yatra has really taught me in terms of how do you really look at diversity, how do you look at it as such an enabler and not something as saying we are too different. You're not different, you're diverse, and that's
Sure.
very
Sure. And this year is a G20 Jagriti Yatra, where is considerably more, like considerably bigger layer of international participants here. Are there any difficulties that stem out of it?
I would say it just increases the diversity. I wouldn't say it's difficult. Every year we end up with around 20, 30 international participants. So it's not like that us having international participants is a new thing. Every year we have international participants. The only difference is that there are more this time. And because it's G20, we're also focusing on improving the yatra as well, leveling up our programming, improving the scale. But in terms of difficulties, I would say the only difficulty is the time that it takes for people to understand each other's individual cultural diversity. Because when you're still in India, you still get a sense of, you have a sense of what is diversity across the country. But global diversity means there's global cultural norms. People's personal preferences, their norms, what is okay in America or Europe or France might be very different from what is okay in Arab or Russia. And how do you look at that diversity, still bring people together? Makes it a little more, and not difficult. I would just say it makes it more interesting. Because it's a new layer of growth. It's a new layer of change that can happen.
Yeah, I would just say shout outs to you and all the team, because as an international participant, I feel very supported. I feel very much taken care of, as if like I have any kind of problem, inquiry, I always have people to contact. It's very nice. It's a very enjoyable experience. And there might be one person now who is listening to this interview and wants to take part in Yatra, but they're inspired, but they feel like they're not enough or they're not good enough, they have doubts. What do you recommend that person?
I would simply say apply. The idea is, if you're not going to apply, it's always going to be a no. You will never be on the train if you don't apply. But if you apply, that's when change starts. You take that first step towards saying how to apply. The questions that we ask on the application, the whole video, the whole website is meant to enable. Our intention is not to eliminate applicants. Our intention is to select.
Yes.
We are coming to the intention of give us one reason to select you. Right? We're not looking for give us 100 reasons to not select you. We say give us even one reason to select you and we will.
Yes, and just to stress one thing, academical background is not the selection criteria.
It is not ages. You need to be an adult. You can't be underage, but that's it. You can come from the most rural part of any country in the world. You can come from the biggest metro city there is. So it doesn't matter. It does not matter what caste, creed, color, sex. It doesn't matter what it is. The intention is that do you want to learn? Do you want to be in this space? Do you want to truly come on the board and say, I want to be a part of the change? And that doesn't have to be a commitment to becoming an entrepreneur. You do not need to be an entrepreneur. You do not need to plan to start an entrepreneurship. I am not an entrepreneur. I come here. I find my own learning. So this is a space where whether you're a student, whether you're a working professional, whether you're a retired citizen, you will find something to learn.
Okay. Thank you very much for interview, and thank you very much for making this yatra what it is. It's truly amazing. It's truly amazing. There are a lot more yatris on this journey who we are planning to interview, but until that time, bye.